Welcome back. We now join Tennyson Glasgow for all the sporting action.
In tonight's sports news, West Indies level T20 series with India. St. Lucia's Julian Alfred blazes 7.18 in 60 meters and Russia handed for a ban by WADA. We bowl off tonight's sports with cricket. Veteran opener Lyndon Simmons struck his first half century in nearly 4 years, while Nicholas Pooran made an instant impact in his first match back from a ball tampering ban as the West Indies brushed aside powerhouses India by 8 wickets to level the 3-match series 1-1 yesterday. Needing a victory to keep the T20 International Series alive, the Windies comfortably chased down 171 at the Greenfield International Stadium to break a 7-game losing streak to the Indians and turn Wednesday's third game at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai into the series decider. Summarized scores in the match: West Indies 173 for 2, Simmons 67 not out, Lewis he scored 40, Pooran 38 not out. India they scored 170 for 7, Dube getting 54, Pant 33 not out, Walsh taking 2 for 28 and Williams 2 for 30. The West Indies went on to win by 8 wickets. In domestic cricket news, the highly anticipated and most exhilarating cricket tournament in St. Lucia, the St. Lucia Premier League, will be slated to begin on May 15, 2020. According to founder and CEO of SPL, Hassan Aristey, culminating an exciting season in 2019, which was brought to you by a host of local sponsors. With the year 2020 already setting the tone, the SPL product is only set to get better. Hassan highlighted the growing interest of the league within the communities and the exposure of fresh talent of players coming out of the season. The league is in the process of confirming its partnerships for the 2020 season and will be featuring 2 new additions to the tournament. For the very first time, the SPL will attract a women's tournament and an all-star weekend, which will involve 1 or 2 other countries. The SPL 2020 draft will take place in February and will commence the 2020 season. Athletics now, St. Lucia's track queen Julian Alfred stormed to a big win in the 60-meter dash at the Fast Track Collegiate Opener in Houston, Texas on Saturday. The University of Texas sophomore, who suffered a season-ending injury earlier this year, returned to the track with a vengeance, clocking 7.18 seconds. It made Alfred the 5th fastest 60-meter sprinter in Texas history, and it was the fastest run by a Longhorn in the event since Tiana Daniels won the NCAA 60-meter indoor title with a school record 7.11 back in 2016. It was also a commanding performance from the 18-year-old Alfred, who won by more than 0.6 seconds. Tatiana Bryant of Texas Southern clocked 7.76 seconds for second place, while Emery Ellis of Stephen F. Austin was third in 7.89 seconds. Continuing with tonight's sports news, Russia has been handed a 4-year ban from all major sporting events by the World Anti-Doping Agency WADA. It means the Russia flag and anthem will not be allowed at events such as the Tokyo 2020 Olympics and football's 2022 World Cup in Qatar. But athletes who can prove they are untainted by the doping scandal will be able to compete under a neutral flag. WADA's executive committee made a unanimous decision in a meeting in Lausanne, Switzerland. It comes after Russia's anti-doping agency was declared non-compliant for manipulating laboratory data handed over to the investigators in January 2019. We move on now to the NBA. Anthony Davis scored a season-high 50 points as the LA Lakers beat the Minnesota Timberwolves 142-125. Davis scored 20 of his 29 field goal attempts and 10 from 10 from the free throw line to become the 3rd Laker player this decade after LeBron James and Kobe Bryant to score 50 points. James added 32 points with 13 assists. The Lakers boast the best record in the NBA with a 21-3 win-loss record this season. Finally, in tonight's sports news, veterans football. The cut and thrust of the Veterans in Sports Inc. 2019-2020 season continued over the weekend in the Marbella Valley with some rather intriguing results. First up, this past Saturday, Vayford North deepened VSADC woes with a 2-0 victory over them. Then there were 2 stalemates with Manipur Sharks and Flow Lancers playing to a 0-0 draw, and Valley Legends and Soufriere to a 1-0 draw. Sunday, 8th December, fared much better with Marshall squeezing past Professor Kings with a 1-0 win. Marlon Daisy converting a penalty for Marchand. Congorians and Swazel played to an exciting 2-all draw in a tense affair. All Blacks from Dennery grind out a 2-0 win over Vieux South. Dennery's Mokabi Polius with a brace. That's how we end sports news for tonight.